Hello and welcome. My name is Nicole Heligman, and today we're going to take a look at my Refresh campaign for my Capstone 2020. In today's presentation, I'll be taking you through the problem statement, research, what Refresh is, inspiration, ideation, logo design, and all the campaign promotion materials that I have created. The first step in this process was creating a problem statement. I knew when I was presented with Capstone, I wanted to create something that was relevant and meaningful. Social media has grown over the years, and we spend 68 hours mindlessly scrolling, and because of this, our screen times have gone up immensely. Therefore, I wanted to create a campaign to get off of social media and appreciate what life has to offer. The key words I had in mind was growth, change, encourage, and revitalize. I wanted this campaign to be motivating because it can be hard to get off of social media because we're so addicted. Therefore, it needs to be done in a supportive way. It's time for a change. After finalizing my concept of a detox from social media, I knew I had to do research. I looked at companies that have done campaign and branding work, and I was most inspired by REI because they promote outdoor activities and feeling great in their clothing. That's exactly how I want my audience to feel after taking a detox from social media, feeling great and not having the urge to go back on your phone. I was also inspired by Spark and Pentagram because of their concise and bold branding. When picking the campaign name, I was between Refresh and Refocus. I decided to call my campaign Refresh because of the two meanings it has. On social media, it means updating a screen, but in real life, it represents strength and energizing. Refresh is a chance to take on activities that benefit your overall health and give you a new outlook on life. We average about 30 to 40 hours a week on social media, and Refresh is about to dramatically decrease those times. The target audience I'm appealing to is Generation Z because they spend the most time on their phones. I created two personas for Refresh. We have Allie, who's 18. She's an extrovert, high-spirited, loves the beach, but addicted to Instagram. And we have Kyle, 22. He's an introvert, music and book lover, but could spend hours on TikTok. We have two people who are very addicted to social media. Refresh caters towards many different personalities and gives activities everybody can take part in. For my clientele, I chose Honeymoon Island and Dunedin in Florida because it's a top tourist attraction where individuals can hike, take a walk, canoe, snorkel, or just lay out on the beach. Perfect for the younger crowd. I would promote Refresh at this park and create posters and challenge cards to be seen walking through Honeymoon Island. The inspiration for the logo was the buffering symbol. When we were waiting for something to load, we see this symbol. I tried many different ways with this circle. I played around with scale and how the R would fit in the circle or if it would be more effective outside of it. And then I finally have come across my final logo design. The final logo is a half circle because life isn't perfect and we need to leave space for improvement. We are constantly refreshing and trying to change. Each circle gets smaller and lighter because it represents the process of us slowly getting away from our phones. The slogan is refresh your life, not your screen. I designed a green color palette because green means change, encourage, and revitalize. And that's exactly what I want Refresh to promote. For headlines and the R in the logo, I chose Nunito because its rounded terminal sans, the R fits nicely in the half circle. Nunito is a modern typeface that is readable and bold. For body copy and slogan, I use Roboto because it's great for small text and offers friendly and open curves. When creating posters in the park, I was inspired by Pentagram's New York City parks because of the grid and layout they use and how easy the logo is to read. I wanted to keep the posters pretty simple because Generation Z would more likely to read them if there was not much text on the page. After many critiques, I was given the advice to use photography to enhance my design. Spark did a campaign using photography, and I was intrigued and inspired about how they edited their photos to make the type bold and easy to read. Each photograph works perfectly together and ties their whole campaign. I started to design infographics for my posters in the park, but I quickly realized that was too much information and I needed to simplify it. I started to bring in photography after my critique, but they were too literal and they were not enhancing my design. The text was very hard to read, and it needed an overlay. For my final posters in the park, they are clean and they work as a set. Each photograph is edited to be overexposed and an overlay over it to make the type bold. I came up with the concept refresh and meditate, or refresh and listen. Each poster has an activity to take part in, with the slogan, refresh your life, not your screen under it. So we have refresh and meditate, refresh and listen, refresh and read, refresh and socialize, and these are all mocked up on a poster. Refresh and rest, refresh and eat, refresh and exercise, and refresh and love. The activity is bolded to make it easy if my audience is running or taking a short break on their walk. The posters are simple and only take a couple seconds to read. After experiencing posters in the park, at the end, individuals can go ahead and pick up a digital detox card. This card provides different challenges to take on each day. I wanted them to be easy to follow, enjoyable, but also rewarding. I started sketching out layouts for a 30-day challenge, but the activities were getting very repetitive, and I wanted to simplify it to make it more effective for my target audience. My final challenge cards are refresh and detox, going with the same theme on the posters. It's a Monday through Sunday challenge and provides activities for introverts and extroverts, just like Allie and Kyle. You can then check off in the circle after activity is done. Don't feel like socializing with friends, you can stay home and relax. Or if you're really into exercising, you can go out and take a walk. The front of the card is the Digital Detox Challenge, and the back is my Refresh logo. Thank you everyone for coming along the journey of Refresh. Remember, refresh your life, not your screen. Thank you.